The day that J. Cole quits music is actually upon us. The Fall Off will be dropping February 6th this year, and we also got a trailer to go with the announcement.
Everything is supposed to go away eventually. You see this especially in like business with famous actors and it's like, oh, this guy used to be famous and then he fell off. What happened? And they want to point to, they did this and they made some sort of mistake. Instead of thinking that, look, it's kind of crazy they got famous in the first place. So few people reach that level that, yes, of course, it's not going to last forever because somebody else has to take that spot.
This dude J. Cole is so humble, bro. Imagine walking in a Waffle House and he just sitting there. Another thing we get with the trailer is a brand new J. Cole snippet. Let me know how you guys feel about the snippet in the comments below. I won't lie though, as a true Cole fan, I'm kind of confused. What happened to It's a Boy, my nigga? Yes, we did get the features. Yes, we did get the group project. Yes, we did get the off-season, a phenomenal album. But before you fall off, Cole, I need to know what happened to It's a Boy. Lastly, we thought this was the official cover for the Fall Off, but what we didn't know is that this will be an exclusive vinyl, known as the Stealth version. This vinyl and cover will obviously be different than the final version, but whoever can get their hands on this exclusive version will be very lucky. The Fall Off season is officially here, boys.
He cannot keep getting away with this. How is a rapper getting better after what we thought his prime was? How is he doing that? Okay, fresh off of the announcement on the Fall Off, I'm like, gave us a little video, a nice little narration by Scott. I'm not the inevitable series, blah, we getting a Fall Off. No, we get something called Disc 2, Track 2 with a visual from Jermaine Cole. Let's get into it. So I'm going to tell you straight up, once I see Disc 2, Track 2, oh, we getting a double album. We getting hey, where my dream villains at? We're getting a double album. And granted, Jermaine, if you was going to make ninjas wait damn near a decade for the Fall Off, you owe people a double album. Now, it gets tricky. When you try to pull off a double album, it gets really tricky, buds. It gets real, you know what I'm saying? You can overly succeed or you can fail. But anyway, starts with a nice little text paragraph at the beginning of the video. For the past 10 years, this album has been handcrafted with one intention. A personal challenge to myself to create my best work. If you know J. Cole's story, you know where we're going with this, right? Saying that he fell short on, I'm saying, making a classic project, especially when he first came out. You're saying they rushing him. They want a single. They didn't let him do what he wanted to do until he started taking some of that power back. And now he's off Rock Nation. All respect to Ho. Shout out to the Avengers. But he's doing his own thing. Nobody controls what Cole does right now. So he says to do on my last what I wasn't able to do on my first. I had no way of knowing how much time, focus, and energy I would eventually take to achieve this. But despite the countless challenges along the way, I knew in my heart I would one day get to the finish line. I owed it first and foremost to myself. And secondly, I owed it to hip hop, the Fall Off, J. Cole. It showed us the importance of reading. I still a few of those things. But anyway, let a few more conversations about what's going on here. Yeah, this is kind of still for me get my ish off, right? So listen, I'm listening to the record. It's technically sound. He keeps getting better technically. I keep telling y'all, Jermaine keeps getting better technically. He's always had other skills. You know, he's always been a good rapper. He's always been able to connect and tell personal stories. Yeah, but I felt like he couldn't achieve, sort of Black Thought-esque type of rapping. And he was just a step behind the way Nas would do certain things. But it's so funny because on this one, he's telling a story in reverse. He's telling the story of his life. So if this is Disc 2, Track 2, well, apparently that's what he's going to do. I wonder what this track is going to be called. He's telling you from his funeral all the way through to his birth in reverse. And, the song called Rewind. Somebody in the court said, I think Cole executed better than Nas right here. Blasphemous. You think so? But anyway, so he goes from funeral. You understand what I'm saying? To these sequence of events, important moments in his life. I mean, about when he had his we're talking about when he got married, reconsidering those things. We're talking about when he was in the clubs. We're talking about when he was short on money before he goes through that. Then we even talk about in this kind of world in which he was back in his life. But it kind of like was, no. He was first in his life before they got, separated apart. So it's crazy. This is beautiful. But one thing I want to say, I found it interesting that Jermaine starts with his funeral, his death, right? And I'm like, you're still young. You haven't died, but I guess that speaks to to the death of his career. In the sense that he's falling off and leaving out on his own. This will for sure be his last album. Do I think J. Cole would never rap again? No, I think he loves rapping way too much, and I think he's doing the best rapping of his life. But I do think deep down inside, and I think this project will speak to that, I think J. Cole is done with the hustle and bustle of the game. Him and a lot of his peers that are afforded the luxury, you can tell they away from it. The ones that can do other things outside of rap, let me go do those things. But the hustle and bustle, he ain't been doing this thing since '08 and so 2026, ladies and gentlemen. That's damn near 18 plus years. But so I think that speaks to the attachment of who he is as a rapper, that he considers the end of his rap career to damn near be the death of him. So much more that we can get in on this, but I'm only 5 minutes in. So I just want to add one more thing. Yeah, it's just saying the snippet. We heard the snippet on the first video that announced the fall off. The snippet on this one, I told you on the first video when you was talking about war pains and all that, I said, oh, that's heat. This one too. Motherfuckers start using certain words, we start saying we clearly gonna get introspective. We clearly gonna get experimenting we're clearly gonna get a focused individual who is probably only gonna put, of the best on this project, and everything that didn't make the cut, y'all got that on Mike Delete later, y'all got that on the off season. He's been talking about the fall off since way KOD era, right? So, and it sounds like we're gonna get heaters too. Maybe not bops the way you know them, but for what J. Cole is, bops in that way. Can't see it in my eyes. Can you smell what Jermaine is cooking? God damn it. Let's stay calm, guys. Yeah, we a few more weeks. Who knows what's coming next? Shout out to Dreamville. Somebody give me the scoop.
Maybe it's me, man. Maybe I live in the wrong time, the wrong era. But I am a true rap fan at its core. I love bars. I love storytelling. I love metaphors. I love similes, all of that. This J. Cole verse is just phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal, and it breaks my heart that someone put this much time and effort with their God-given ability, and there's people out there that say this is me. Listen to this verse. He's painting a picture of his life literally in reverse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered to the church. My grandkids carry a coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes. It's piercing with hurt. That's one part. My experience of being a parent disperse. Watching my son disappear as I stare at his birth. And he returns to the womb, wifey's stomach growing greater in girth. He's saying everything in reverse, okay? Then goes on to say at the end, I watch my father walk back into my life and it clears up a hurt. Like, dude, I love this music shit. I love this rap shit. I love what the emotions it's able to convey. And this is just, you hear certain verses sometimes and you're like, wow, that person has a gift. J. Cole, like, I'm floored, I'm in awe, I'm moved. Man, like, y'all listen to what these people are saying. They are putting their heart, like, that's all I can say about that.